Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Pushing the Limit with your host, me, Slap24. And you guys are going to be seeing this on Monday, September 8th, but it's going to be a lot later. I'm recording it late, so it's already 6 p.m. the 8th. The reason is, well, we have a little bit of a problem, and we'll talk about this in a second. I had a little bit of an accident. I was playing soccer the other day, because I love to play sports. So I was just playing soccer, and I rolled my ankle really badly. And it like hurts to walk on it and put pressure on it. So what I'm doing is, since I made the promise that I'm gonna keep a video daily, I have put ice on it on the side of my chair. So I got my leg elevated and have ice on it while playing Minecraft and recording. That way I don't miss an upload. So now let's get to it. So where you are standing, I'm sure you can tell by the walls, in the Guardian farm, and you see that I have a lot of sandstone house slabs down and a lot of sandstone there. So we have finished removing all of the temple, everything. We have cleared out all the water, so we really have just been pushing this the last couple of hours or so, or last couple of minutes, excuse me. But or last couple of days. So we really just been pushing to get this done because we need a better XP farm than the zombie farm, and we've got a lot of help right now on. We got the other guys that I've streamed or recorded with on. And so yeah, so if you guys want to find out when I go live, make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/slap24. I don't have a set streaming schedule just because I'm pretty busy, and as I mentioned, my ankle is all fat and disgusting, and you just don't want to see it. And yeah, so I got ice on it right now. We already went to the doctors, had x-rays done. Now we're just waiting for the results. But so let's get into it. So this is the Guardian farm. Yep. And I said Guardian. This is the Guardian farm because they have began construction. You see, they're constructing this, and we're going with the double alternative Guardian farm that you can do. You can have these portals, and for XP when you send them into the Nether. Then this was to lay out the center, is what we basically worked on. And then this is going to be where the Guardians are going to get killed if we just want the loot they drop. Now, over here, this is the perimeter we talked about in the very first, how we extended it by X amount and things like that. Now we're half slabbing it to make sure no other mob spawns, including slimes, because slimes do tend to spawn. This is inside the slime chunk, and this is low enough. This is at least, let's see, what level are we on? 31, so it's got to be below 40 for slimes to spawn. So, and all the conditions are met, so slimes can definitely spawn in the slime chunks that are here. And since there's a massive area, it's likely there is slime chunks. Actually, speak of it, so it looks like the slime chunks in that 16 by 16 over there. So basically what my job is right now is these guys are working on building the farm, and they haven't had any spawning cells placed yet. They only have they're basically the principals, yep, working, and we're talking about replacing all of this with glass or something eventually soon, but we're really putting the pedal to the metal. So right here I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this segment. I'm gonna finish placing the perimeter half slabs, and I'm gonna talk to you guys during that, so enjoy. Okay, so as I mentioned before, as I hurt my ankle. Now many of you would be wondering how I hurt my ankle. Well, I was playing soccer. We were playing a World Cup, which is kind of like the version, like free-for-all soccer, basically. So this one kid had the ball, I was coming up behind him, and he was about to score the goal. So I ran fast, and I put my right foot forward to block the ball. I rolled it and twisted it, and hit him while he was moving too. And yeah, so that didn't end it too well for me. I wish it didn't, because I would have been able to do a lot more. You guys would have seen this a lot. It would have been longer. You would have seen this earlier. I would have been able to do so much more stuff. But with that being said, so today we had massive flood warning anyways at our school, so it was pretty crazy. Today's just been a crazy day. Went to the doctors. All the streets are flooded in where I live. Yada yada yada. So it's just been crazy. It's been crazy, and plus, I'm injured and recording because I just want to show you guys that, I make true to my promises and that I'm going to keep bringing you a video a day. Even with this ankle injury, I'm not going to let it halt me. I want to show you guys that I'm here for you, not for me, because I love what I do. It's my favorite thing as a pastime. But also I do love to play sports, so just because I got injured or I've been injured in the past doesn't mean I'm just not going to play sports. You always got to keep a healthy mind set and a healthy body if you want to be at the best of your ability. And also, if you work out and exercise, just on a side note real quick, it's going to help you have a better day. It's going to warm you up. I know it's going to make your day, it's just going to get your brain thinking and your blood flowing. So that's my little rant I have for you guys during this short little clip. Now, I know I didn't finish it because it's a lot, and I'm pretty close to finishing it in the next clip when you guys see that. So that's gonna be all good for us, and until the next clip. Okay guys, so welcome back. So I was gonna go with the whole thing, but this is gonna take way too long, and I don't have a story long enough to fill up that gap, so I'm gonna rejoin the call with them. I'm gonna talk to you about my ankle and how it kind of happened, because everyone's always interested to know. And yeah, so I'm gonna get in a call with them. Ooh, ouch! There's a slime in here that I don't appreciate. There we go. And yeah, so our internet has been really laggy. It's been off and on past couple of days, so I'm not really too sure if it's gonna become a little laggy, if I'm gonna be able to upload the video in time or whatever else. But yep, so I'm gonna join a call with them and just ask them kind of what's going down. Everybody, I'm joined with
Have fallen.
and Mr. Status. He's over there. He's muted right now. He's doing something. But these guys have been basically doing a lot of the work while I've been on speedy injury recovery. So why don't you tell me a little bit about this?
So we're building a guardian farm in survival. It's very difficult because it's a whole bunch of process and it takes a lot of work and we're also gonna decorate it, and so yeah.
Okay, so whose design is this?
It's on YouTube. His name is Jamie BDM. He did a great design. And we
Okay,
thought
so
that we can sort of improve on it. Actually, not improve on it because we did the perimeter a little bit smaller than he did. So it's just a little smaller, but it's basically the same design.
yep. So it's looking pretty good. We're working on this. I haven't HasLab this area because this is probably where most of the redstone work is going in underneath. And then over here, I haven't done this either, or on this side, because a bunch of stuff is in the way, including chests, and including,
Why do we have to have slab, Tyler?
because it keeps other mobs from spawning, and it prevents
Like
the mobs
slime.
camp.
There's a whole bunch of slime.
So yeah, we're just gonna put that in there. So we're making great progress. I've got a lot of the half-lab things done after that. So basically, the principle is that the guardians have to be sent into the Nether in order to be killed, and then from there, we'll access door. So from the guardian farm in the so then we're basically gonna have to build a killing chamber on the other side so we can get the most XP out of it. So we're gonna have to do that and link the portals up properly so they don't intertwine with others and mix by accident and things like that. And then also, we're eventually gonna have to move this stuff, and we're gonna have to make a proper area and a proper collecting area, because right now I'm not sure which way the hopper chain is facing, but
It's facing away from the door.
okay, so it's going that direction. So we're gonna have to build a storage room. Probably have to do an item sorter too. So we're making great progress on it right here. You can see the water being installed, or with the works of the water. We haven't installed the spawning chamber since, it's kind of pointless since we don't have the killing area fully functional
And
yet.
plus, if we the spawning areas won't even spawn because we have to build an AFK chamber high above this.
Yep, and because it has to be a certain amount of blocks away, because the way spawning works is it works in a sphere, a sphere around the player. That includes above and below the player. So for example, if I was these prismarine blocks, mobs can spawn on the top and on the bottom for a certain amount of distance. So what we want to do is we want to find the ideal spot to get the maximum spawns, and then we want to place a box there. That's where your player would go to get the maximum amount of spawns. And it also also infecting up and down. It applies side to side, and it's not only in a two-dimensional realm, so it's in a three-dimensional. So since the player is technically not one-dimensional, it's based around one whole block and a little bit around it, even though technically speaking they're separate blocks, is what I found. So from that, basically we just prevent other mobs from spawning on the side. That way we get the maximum rates. Now, since guardians are hostile mobs, okay, they're not considered passive mobs, and those two mob counts are actually different because you can have a lot more sheep than you can zombies or cows or pigs, for example, or chickens for that matter. You'd have a lot more of those than you can uh, hostile mobs, probably because the hostile AI probably takes up more space and whatnot. But as we come up here, it is looking fantastic. You see all the work being put in. I just placed a glass block there just so we still have the beacon effect. Not bad, and the water doesn't come down. But so what basically happens is the guardians are spawned above this, okay, and like a water holding cell, and they drop down, fall through. Then we decide where all of it goes. The sandstone is really coming together. You see where there's actually building blocks on this. It's really looking good, and I'm really happy with it. This is all just, it's been such a long process, and it feels great to actually be, you know, designing and working it all on it and making a buttload of progress. And yeah, so basically once we have
The
this,
reason,
we won't have to use the XP farm from the zombies anymore, since this should spawn a lot more and we can get to level 30 faster. And what I want to mention is that I'm level 25 and I'm wearing armor. Most of the times you don't see either of those because either I die or I'm not wearing armor, etc. But what I decided to do is get some levels and work on making some better gear so that way, I wasn't always behind everybody and things like that. So I spent a little bit at the zombie farm yesterday before this recording today. So yep, and then so for example, over here we see a squid, and since the way the player is going to be centered is going to be in the middle, probably higher up, I'd have to imagine. I don't remember the exact distance beyond the exact distance beyond what the mob spawning, but here we see Mr. Status putting in all the slide down area to where the guardians are going to be transferred to. And so yeah, so we see a lot of this. We see guardian farms, and we are doing it in survival, and we are so happy because once this is done, we have a plethora of other projects that need to be done. And yeah, so you're gonna say something?
the reason we have the Nether portal is to toggle it on from XP mode to drop mode. Basically, without the Nether portals on, they just fall through the ground and they get killed by the cactus, which means we get the drops. But the XP part is it'll automatically turn on the portals, which will immediately send all of the mobs to the Nether. And the reason that works, it's also really well because the pressure plate to activate it, if you just put a block on that, then 5 minutes later the block despawns and immediately shuts off the portal. And that works great because you only need 5 minutes to AFK for a good amount of XP.
Yep, so we got I've got some glass, like almost half a stack. Man, so we're making great progress. Now all we have to do is really just finish this up, finish the job, and just, really like polish it out, make it to the best it could be. And yeah, so I want to go ahead and thank you guys for joining me today. And also, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys Wednesday.